I would take like little by little and never take huge amounts like this.
Do you think that much money's gonna go missing and nobody's gonna notice?
Nothing but the market that you're playing, but it is so one-sided. It's awakened, something in your blood's overtaken. Why do you turn it upside down? Nothing but the market that you're playing, but it is so one-sided. It's awakened, something in your blood's overtaken. Why do you turn it upside down? Mind games. Something in your blood's overtaken. Why do you turn it upside down?
On June 6, 2021, a displeased business owner reported a grand theft incident at her store to 911. During an audit, it was discovered that over $25,000 had unaccountably disappeared.
There should be 12 $100 bills in there total between the two, and now there's only one $100.
At first, she didn't know who was stealing the money. Later, she became suspicious of an employee. This worker started buying new cars and often came to work with new Gucci bags each week.
Sorry, I'm a nervous wreck.
26 seconds.
I never thought this would happen. It's okay. I treat my...
And you got your initials you said on those dollar bills?
The owner chose to devise her own counter-sting operation. She marked the bills with a distinctive letter before the officers arrived as a method to confirm that the money was indeed stolen from her cash register.
That's like me at the bank numbers. Plus, we have the serial numbers of the other $700 bills.
Okay.
So,
All right.
how do we do this? Do I just go in and just...
How does she look?
She's got a long tan khaki skirt. She's got a black over jacket. She's the shorter of the two. She looks kind of Latin, but I have the register tape too that she pulled it, like the timestamp too.
Okay, you got that on video? Or do you just the tape?
I just have me on video, but not her on video doing it. But I have the time that she went over time for.
Yeah, of course. What's your phone number?
Excuse me, ma'am.
917?
She's on the phone with the customer.
No.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Alright, I'll get some pictures out to you, okay? Alright, perfect. I'll give you a text, okay? I'll try to get them out to you today.
Hello. Hey,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Castleberry Police Department.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm here today is because we got a call in reference to something. I was wondering if we could talk to you for a second. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Is there somewhere we can talk to her?
If you want to privately, you can just go in the back.
Yeah, you can go ahead and show us.
Just like at the very back.
Yep.
Sorry. Mesh back there.
Alright. So first question is, can you guess why we're here?
I was accused of stealing money at a party. That was it.
Okay, well, you got your car.
Yeah, I do. Alright, I'm just going to read this out to you, alright? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop questioning at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I just read you?
Sure.
Okay.
So, tell us about your party.
I was really just looking for a tampon. All I was doing was trying to look for a tampon. I thought I started my period, and I had moved this girl's bag. I only paid her back because I didn't want anything to happen. I didn't want it to be put on me because I'm not that kind of person. And the way she was talking to me, like, it felt like it was going to be...
Who was the she? Was it your manager or?
No, it was a girl at the party that I guess she had messaged me. And she said, like, I saw you, the one doing that.
Okay. What's this young lady's name?
I didn't get to know her. I have it on my phone. I can show it to you.
Okay.
I think it started with an A. But she said, like, either way, I'm going to, like, put legal.
Okay, and where was this party?
It was at, like, a New Ways Event Center in Lake Mary.
Lake Mary. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we appreciate it, but that's not necessarily why we're here today. We're here because you're being accused of theft. However, the theft is not in regards to that party. It's in regards to something that's happened here today.
Okay.
So you have a manager who advised us that, well, not manager, you have one of your other coworkers who's advised us that they left a certain amount of dollars, very identifying marks on that. And you were the only person in the store.
Okay.
So
She also has the receipts of the opening of when the drawer was opened, what exact time.
Okay.
where we're at right now is I can't promise you anything, but for me, and I'm sure also for her, same thing, honesty is the best policy. Okay, so could you tell us anything about that?
I did do it. I'm having some issues with money right now. I just bought off a new car, so I haven't been working lately. I will admit to that. So
Was it just today, or has it been in the past?
it was today, and then I've done it in the past before, but never large amounts.
How much would you say?
Probably
That's why we walked you up to the back.
300 maybe was the most beforehand. It's in my bag.
Okay, can I go through that bag?
Yes, sir. It's gonna be in that pocket.
If I'm wasting your time, I don't want to waste it. You guys have better things to do than this stuff. That makes sense?
No, best stuff, no matter where it's from, man.
No, well, your time is valuable. It's just sad.
Alright, do you mind coming over here for me? Just to identify.
That's not my person. Can I take a picture or do you care?
I already have all the pictures. This is going on in the report. Can you identify these bills?
Give me 1 second. Do you see any J's so far?
This one.
I have serial numbers of the others. I gotta get the serial numbers.
Well, the J's I know are winners.
There's one J. There's my J's.
There's another J here. This is the only J, but I'll get you the serial number.
That's a J.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Caitlin, I need the serial numbers.
No.
So I'm going to talk to her and see what she wants to do. Okay. At this moment, like I said, what she's alleging, it's a little bit more than 800. Okay. But like I said, for me, honesty is the best policy. Only thing I can do, have you ever been arrested?
No, sir.
So with situations that have happened, especially with things like theft, I can't promise you that, but you don't have a record. So there's no pattern there. Now the situation at Lake Mary, that has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
We're only here for this to happen today, and the stuff is happening over time. Okay, so like I said, it's not for us to sit up there and be like, hey, you did this, to come in and hammer you about anything like that. No, it's wrong. You have to be accountable for it,
Yeah.
right? But it's not a situation where, like I said, it's not foreseeable that you could have a future after this. Okay, so I'm gonna go talk with her, and then I'll be. Because I don't want you to go back in there, and I'll be back. And I have to tell you, at this moment, you're being placed in investigative detention. I'm not gonna put you in cuffs or nothing like that right now. We'll get to that later, okay? We'll just go ahead.
I have supporting documentation.
Can she have a seat for a minute?
Of course.
Can she have a seat?
I
Okay.
have to go back to work, so just bear with me.
You have your customary stuff. We'll do our best to keep it quiet, okay? Does this belong to you?
The $5
Yes.
that was given to me from her.
Okay.
I have her money for coffee, the 5 singles.
Oh, yes. Hey, listen, that's
Let me grab you some paper.
Yeah.
How many you need to
You want to press charges?
Yes, I do.
And
Because
is
I
it-
added it up. It's several $1,000s that's been going on. You're breaking my freaking heart. I have the documentation in my car. I wasn't prepared to turn it over because I was trying to rule it out. But I'll show you what I was preparing for my insurance company.
Okay, let's see that.
It's well over what she has here. I was hoping she would show it all, what you took this morning, and you didn't. So, no, I'm
Hey,
going
well,
to press
let's
on.
make it not contentious. Well, I wouldn't. And where was the other bit?
I told him it was in that back pocket of my bag.
Which one?
The one with the zipper.
Right here?
Yeah.
Is that the rest of it from today, or
Yes, sir.
she put the J in the photograph? Is this all from this business?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna put your keys back in your purse if you don't mind.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Do you think that much money's gonna go missing and nobody's gonna notice? I mean, It ain't $20.
I'm gonna go count my drawer because I can tell you what I had. The drawer
Okay.
officially.
All right.
Alrighty, what's your name?
Yana.
Alright, Yana, do me a favor, stand up. Right now, you're going to be placed under arrest for theft, okay? Do me a favor, lift your hands up. Do anything. I'm not going to search you or anything. I'll let them do that at the jail, okay?
1360. Does that sound right?
307, got 1, 1015.
Does that sound right, ma'am? 1360.
I didn't.
Okay.
So it was only the one time before this? You took maybe like 300?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was making good money before and I was working a lot more.
So what, she cut your hours or something? Is there a reason why she did it?
To me, I feel like it's because I wasn't doing anything right. So it kind of sucked. But
Okay.
so I'm not going to jail.
Because of the amount. When she first called us, she gave us a number, and you would have gotten a notice to appear because you could have gotten. That's
Sorry.
that's our supervisor, man. You would have gotten a notice to appear.
Sorry, memory
Petty
stuff
theft.
for me. I called them
Let me
unnecessary.
see that on paper.
You can just look at all of it. You can have it.
And that 22,000 doesn't calculate the 13.
No,
the
because I didn't know
1300.
she was gonna. I actually came in because I was planning on just interviewing her.
Right.
She was not originally who I thought it was going to be. I was very shocked. I got it down to just, I ruled out everybody but her and another girl.
Yeah.
And I actually just thought it was the other girl, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. But now looking at all this evidence and the time clocks when she was here, it all lines up. Makes sense.
Do you recollect any of those things?
How much do you think you've taken over the years?
It's just this year, by
It's
the way.
just this
It's
year,
just
okay.
this year.
How many?
I didn't keep track.
I mean, you got to have a ballpark in excess of $1,000.
How much was your purse? How much was your car?
Should have been nice to
How much do you think? I want to hear what you think.
That was the most I've ever taken.
At a time, or
So she's missing $22,000.
let's see.
So if you don't think you took that much, you got to have a ballpark of how much you do think you
I
took.
have documentation here to show I know.
Go ahead and head north. For her to pick this up, send you a picture of it. When she's done, that way it gives her time to.
26. Alright, cool.
What side am I going on?
Try to keep it away from, the general public. So, like I said, I talked to her.
The person accused was given a year of probation and must pay back $20,000. We hope she's learned from this so she won't end up on a show like America's Most Wanted.
From Betty Crocker. It's the most exciting thing you can do with the inside of a cake. Introducing the Betty Crocker Bacon Fill, a delightful new pan that lets you prepare a cake with all kinds of delicious fillings. Imagine the look on your child's face when you cut into the cake and there's his favorite flavor of ice cream or her favorite gelatin. And who wouldn't enjoy a cake filled with delicious fresh fruit? The secret is these 3 separate sections. Just pour your favorite Betty Crocker cake mix into the main bacon fill pan and lock on this special inner chamber. Now pour more cake mix into this base pan and put them both in to bake. When they're done, remove the insert, add your filling to the center cavity, and cover it with the base. In no time, you'll have the greatest cake you ever made.
Making an exciting cake with my Betty Crocker Bacon Fill is so easy, and everything's non-stick, so there's no messy cleanup.
These are the kind of desserts you'll find in the finest restaurants. Ice cream cakes, Italian-filled torts, even baked Alaska. Or you can simply fill your cake with a different Betty Crocker cake mix. Just fill the inner chamber instead of the base. Now make all your cakes extra special. Make them Betty Crocker Bacon Fill cakes. You'll get the bacon fill pan, the inner chamber, and the base pan, complete with instructions and Betty Crocker recipes. All for only $19.95. Guaranteed to delight you or your money back. Call now and we'll also include this special dome pan that lets you make holiday cakes like this. Or give your young baseball hero a celebration he'll never forget. It's yours free. Just pay shipping and handling. Plus, we'll give you over $5 worth of coupons, good for your favorite General Mills products. So don't delay. Order your Betty Crocker Bacon Fill now.
To order your Betty Crocker Bacon Fill for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, call 1-800-765-2564 or send check or money order to Betty Crocker Bacon Fill, 2 Morgan Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut. Call now.
That day that you went out when you did kill for the first time, was that a morning when you woke up and you were with your wife and daughter and something hit you and you went,
no,
today may be the day?
every day may be the day.
Every day?
Every day may be the day.
Do you know the name of your first victim?
No, sir. Not now. Nancy Jerry.
Do you know anything about her life?
I found out later she was a singer in a bar. That was it.
Tell me what happened.
We picked her up in Titusville. There's a wooded area, and I pulled off the road.
What does she look like?
A little shorter than me, fairly well built, pretty but not particularly pretty, brown hair. That's about it.
And at what point did she realize that you were going to harm her?
Well, not necessarily that I was going to harm her, because most of them don't assume you're actually going to kill them. Most of them assume it's a rape or something like that.
And what did you then do?
I told her to get out of the car, and that's when she became afraid. Up to that point, I assumed that she thought it was just going to be a rape. I walked her over in front of a tree, and then I shot her.
Just like that?
Yes, sir.
And what were you feeling as you did that?
I mean, the thing is, what is your passion in your life? What is the thing that you like to do more than anything else? And you're doing it. You are so there that it's like you can see the atoms vibrating. I mean, it's difficult to describe.
Soon after the killings, his wife and daughter left the trailer park and moved out of the state. He would never see them again.
You lost a wife, you lost your daughter.
I lost everything.
You lost everything, yeah. And do you know what happened to your daughter?
Have
you ever heard from her?
No, sir.
How does that make you feel?
What can you do with that?
We had a picture there.
Yep.
What do you feel when you see your daughter?
I don't know exactly.
When you look at your own daughter, that age, smiling, innocent, happy, what do you feel about the young women you killed?
I don't put those together.
Wow! Muzzy programs have been helping children learn languages for 20 years.
Hola. Hi, I'm David Ward. Muzzy is the #1 language course for children in the world.
Sure. Oh.
There's never been a better time than right now to try Muzzy. To celebrate our anniversary, we'll send you all 5 original Muzzy languages in one program. And you can try Muzzy free.
For the first time ever, 5 languages: Spanish, French, Italian, German, and English in one program at no extra cost. This is the biggest, most powerful Muzzy ever.
Remember, kids are open to languages. It comes naturally. They don't see it as work. It's fun, and it all just happens. Kids love Muzzy, and with 5 languages in one, try Muzzy free. What are you waiting for?
It started at about the age of 1. When I was the punisher, I was the one who decided punishment over the children. I was the one who spanked the children. I was the one who punished the children. I would tell myself, well, she's not going to be like that. She is going to be perfect mate. And I told myself that. And I didn't molest her then.
Perfect mate.
The perfect
So you were...
mate. I was grooming her to fit me. Then when I molested her at 18 months old. And I thought to myself, I said, well, this is going to be easy. This is going to be easy. I'm going to have my own child, my own stepdaughter, which is really not blood related to me. And I'm telling myself these things, it's not blood related to me. When she grows up to be 14, 15 years old, I will have the perfect sexual mate for sexual purposes. Anything else didn't matter. It was sex. That was it. I didn't care about, really, honestly, I didn't love the child. I wanted the child for my own purposes, you know, and treating them like a person, but they were just objects. The best way to fool people is to help them, is to ask what they want, ask what they need. Do they need any help doing anything? Do they need any money, or do they need their car fixed? Do they need the grass cut? Do they need their children looked out for? Do they need anything to get them to think that I am a decent person and want to help? Trust me, I will help. And yeah, that was manipulation all the way.
I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction. I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection matched me with the right college for free. Get connected for free with Education Connection. Get connected for free with Education Connection.
Has there been another complaint? I'm just like confused right now.
Well, we're kind of seeing what things have changed, what practices.
Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to do things where it's the difficulty is with the hands-on is I'm trying very hard to do things where I'm not being nearly as invasive, but it compromises things. So I am trying to modify that and having students there and having family members there, and I document in the chart, you know, so-and-so's in the room, you know what I mean? So my documentation's changed. I'm trying my best to do it over close, and that's sometimes the hard thing is the tightness, you know what I mean? It's like the close gets in the way, you know? But so I'm very, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about that, you know what I mean? Because that was a very scary thing, you know, in my life, you know, obviously. So, and I don't want to get into that. So I was like, oh my God, what happened? You know, I mean, like my heart is hurting. You know, it's like what the heck? You know what I mean? So, I hope, you know, that I've made the appropriate changes. You know, because it's, you know, and I've done a lot of education. You know, I'm really trying hard at educating so that I, you know, and I always thought I was good at educating, but I'm trying to educate even more. You know, to
what do you mean by educating?
Explaining what we're doing.
To the patient?
To the patient, family, you know, exactly.
Right.
You know.
Have you had any instances where there hasn't been anyone in the room for an exam on the treatment?
Okay.
So that's what I'm asking about, you know, penetration.
Only if there had been coccyx, and I would have, and it would have been, I mean, like, because you can push hard. There's a lot of room down there, but I wouldn't have gone intra-rectal, you know what I mean? Like, unless I was purposefully treating the coccyx itself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What would you use to do that? Like, what digit or what part of your hand would you use?
Well, normally I'm using my thumbs, you know, as I'm coming up this way. You know what I mean? Then if I actually have to fix a coccyx, then I'm going to be using my finger inside and my thumb on the outside.
Okay.
You know, to
do you wear
manipulate
gloves
the
when you do
coccyx.
this?
If I'm going to go intra, yes. You know what I mean? You know, so.
You know, this was a long time ago, so I don't know how many of your patients that you remember from back then.
Yeah, I don't, I mean, you know, how many patients, right. Yeah, no, I don't remember, you know.
This is a little bit of a personal question, so I'll just be totally honest.
Yeah.
I mean, you have these young girls in there, they're athletes,
Right, but they're usually with their parents. They're usually with their, you know, parents, you know. So that's why I explain a lot.
They're athletes, they have lovely figures.
Right.
They're very cute girls.
Right.
Do you ever get aroused during these exams?
Do I get aroused during the exam?
Yeah, like do you ever get an erection
Well,
or, I mean...
Obviously you don't, you know what I mean? So
Is there a reason that you would during an exam?
I shouldn't be getting an erection during an exam.
Right. Well, this is why I'm talking to you about this, because this young girl and her mother both observed this on more than one occasion during treatment.
That I would get aroused during an exam.
Visibly an erect penis. Not exposed, but through your clothes.
I can't explain that because that should, when I'm working, I'm working. You know what I mean? So I don't.
Judge, would a distraught father have a chance to say something?
Go ahead, sir.
You son of a bitch.
No, we don't want to swear. We don't want to have profanity. I can't imagine the anger and the anxiety and the feeling of wanting retribution. And if you need to say something to help you, I'm more than willing to let you say something. But in a courtroom, we don't use profanity. But if you have some words that you would like to say, I would like to give you the opportunity to say them.
I would ask you to, as part of this sentencing, to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon.
I have
Would you do that?
That is not how
Yes or
our...
no?
No, sir, I can't.
Would you give me
do that.
1 minute?
You know that I can't do that. That's not how our legal system
Well, I'm going to have to
Stay down. Stay down.
I want that son of a bitch
behind your back.
I don't. Give me 1 minute with that pastor.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good. You're good.
One minute.
Relax, sir. Relax. Take it easy, buddy. Just relax. Okay, now we're gonna kind of let up, okay? You have to let up too, okay? All right, sit up. Get on your side. Sit up.
Where is he? 1, 2, 3, out. What if this happened to you guys?
Not behave like that. No one can behave like this. I want to make sure it's crystal clear. I'm sure Judge Price-
You haven't lived through it, lady.
You cannot behave like this. This is letting him have this power over us, okay? She will come out and tell you this. I don't want to see another parent get arrested or put handcuffs on or a victim. We cannot behave like this. I understand Mr. Margrave's frustration, but you cannot do this. This is not helping your children. This is not helping your community. This is not helping us. This is not helping the police department. Use your words, use your experiences to get him into change. Do not use physical violence.
Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can't hear you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
The words expressed by everyone that has spoken, including the parents, have impacted me to my innermost core. With that being said, I understand and acknowledge that it pales in comparison to the pain, trauma, and emotions that you all are feeling. It's impossible to convey the depth and breadth of how sorry I am to each and every one involved. The visions of your testimonies will forever be present in my thoughts.
Thank you.
I got
All my money on the West Coast, so I go broke when I'm on the East Coast. But I know what you all came here for, but I haven't met Charlie XCX yet. But I don't know, the digits on the sleep on my bed. She my pie in the sky, gonna make her my wife. Take her to Olive Garden, fill on my bread. Have her pay the tab and tell her she the best I ever had.
I lost my boyfriend tragically a few years ago. They never found him. And I've had such a hard time since, every day.
The reason why you didn't find him is because he's in water. And find him in water, it's like the girl that's missing in Aruba. You can't find somebody.
Well, it was September 11th. There was no, he was a fireman, but there was
no, see, I keep seeing him in water. Is there any way he could have drowned in water some way?
They never found a piece of him. Nothing.
From 9/11. Because he says he couldn't breathe and he was filled with water. Well, if they were trying to put the fire out, Montel.
They could have, yeah.
No, they won't find him, but honey, that's okay, because it doesn't matter if they find him or not, he's still over there.